Welcome to the Warframe Weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the Flux rifle. You can get the blueprint for the Flux rifle from the Corpus or Energy Lab in your dojo, and it's on the more expensive side of things because you're gonna need 5 field drawn, 900 circuit, 6000 ferrite, and a fully built forma. The Flux rifle is a Mastery Rank 6 primary beam weapon that does primarily slash damage with a little bit of puncture on the side. It has pretty low crit of only 10% with a standard crit multi, but it does come with a pretty nice 24% status chance. The Flux rifle is very accurate with a 50 round magazine that uses the battery style charging, so you don't have to reload it at all. It simply recharges itself after 1 second, and it actually recharges pretty fast, so you basically never have to worry about ammo at all. It does have somewhat limited range though, of only 30 meters, which is about this far away from the door. Now the Flux rifle also has its own unique weapon augment called Flux Overdrive, and what it does is it gives you fluctuating status chance and a ton of it as well. It fluctuates between 150 and 250% while you're firing the beam. This is actually very nice because even the low end, which is 150% status, is still pretty good for a weapon that does primarily slash. Now the most obvious build for the Flux rifle is of course going to be one that focuses on slash and viro, but there are a few things that you can change up here and there. I, for example, like to run heavy caliber because the negative accuracy isn't that big of a detriment, and I combine that with vial acceleration for a ton of fire rate since I don't have to worry about ammo at all, and then critical delay for a little bit of extra crit. With the rest being pretty straightforward, we have serration, split chamber, then malignant force and rhyme rounds, and of course Flux Overdrive for a ton of extra status. This actually makes the weapon fairly strong. It's not the best weapon in the world, the base damage is somewhat low, so the slash procs, even though you can proc a lot of them, aren't gonna be all that powerful, but it's not too bad. And even though you might have to empty out your entire magazine pretty much into some of the beefier enemies, it's not that big of a deal since you have infinite ammo. The main issues here are number 1, the lack of crit, you can really feel that against some of the beefier enemies, and number 2, the low base damage, so the slash procs you do leave behind aren't all that powerful. It's actually the main reason why I ended up going with heavy caliber, because base damage does boost the damage of slash procs, and heavy caliber has a ton of base damage, which is why I'm stacking it on top of serration. You can actually go a step further with this and drop that crit from critical delay and actually go with the Bane mod instead. That would be better against the correct faction, but critical delay works against everything. I genuinely don't know whether or not I want to recommend this weapon, because while it's not too bad and it will serve you well on the star chart and some early sorties, you're far better off just getting the Tenet variant of the Flux rifle instead, even with the Tenet Flux rifle being a little bit different to the standard Flux rifle. So I'm gonna say pick it up if you think it's cool, or if you want to try it out to see if maybe you would want the Tenet Flux rifle or you want the mastery from it. That's pretty much it. It's just not an amazing weapon. It has solid single target, but that's about it. And that is pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you have enjoyed it and found it helpful, and I will see you some other time. Bye bye.